What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second. Let me refresh this. All right, let me send this link out, y'all. It's Monday, new week. Had a great week last week. Going to break all that down. Test, test, test. Let me know how the mic sounds when y'all hop in here. Sounds good on my end. All right, cool. We are live. All right, bam. All right, bam. Sent the link out. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all hopping in here. Gonna be looking at a few setups. That's the way this is looking. We're probably gonna enter down here. What's going on, y'all? You already know the drill. Right now, we're just going through all the pairs we usually like to look at, seeing how things are looking, and what the game plan for London is going to be. Looks like last night we hit another TP about a couple hours ago. 2, 1, 12, 11, 10. Around 10 o'clock, it looks like we hit the other TP. Did we hit the final TP? GJ's final TP was 185.45. All right, so I just got hit last night. So let me go ahead and let the free channel know. Give me 1 second, y'all. All TP's hit. We got sell on profit or close. All right, now. Yeah, so this is what trade I called on Friday. The final TP did get hit. So right now we're going to wait to see if we can hold and stay above this resistance level. If we can, we're going to look for another buy position. So that's really going to be the game plan on GJ. GJ ended up doing that retracement we was looking for on Thursday and Friday, which is why we re-entered another buy because we're clearly bullish. We're going to point that out in a second. I'm just about to mark some levels off. Those just joined the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. This was a trade from Friday. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last week. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out yourselves. Last week we went 10-1. Only took one loss last week. Caught a total of 55,844 pips. Last month we went 34-3. Caught a total of 105,389 pips. You hit that first link, you'll see all that yourselves. We're going to pull it up in a little bit, but right now we're just going to pay attention to the charts like usual and see what the game plan for today is going to be. G has been ranging, retesting this level multiple times. Going to get rid of that. Pull this up. Yeah, so GN was one of those other pairs last week that had a huge explosion to the upside. So didn't really do a retracement. Did one on Friday, but hasn't really seen any like solid red candlesticks do a higher low. So I can kind of see that happen today. Still going to be looking for buys, but again, we have to understand what consists of every flow and formation of the chart. Higher highs, higher lows is in the uptrend, lower lows, lower highs in the downtrend. So we clearly see the higher high here. So, the prices are just going to continue to shoot up. It's going to have to retrace at some point. It's done retracements on the smaller time frames, but the daily, not so much. It's been respecting this level all night for the most part, treating it as a support. So right now we're going to see if we can hold this level. We see it rejecting right now, so we're going to see how the opening candle London session looks. But regardless, we're going to be looking for buys. But again, the thing's been shooting up all week. Well, all last week, I should say. So we're going to see what it looks like. But yeah, for the most part, for the currency pairs, we're looking for buys. At least on the pairs that we're looking at trading. Just got a lot of ranging. Took this buy on Friday as well. Took these buys last week. We're going to pull it up in a second. Right now, I'm just seeing what we're going to be looking at. Yeah, so we're just got a lot of pairs that got some work to do. So we're going to pay attention to NAS. We're going to be paying attention to GN. We're going to be paying attention to gold. And then we're going to be watching GJ. I'm going to pull up the Euro pairs too. See if they're at any closer levels. Oh, I did something. Okay, I fixed it. What's going on? We grind hard. I like that name. What's going on? I see you, Orion. How you doing, Anthony? Hey, Lira, what's good? What's good? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, it's been a minute. Good to see you in here. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. Yeah, so those just joining the stream right now, we're just looking at some possible setups, the game plan for London session, and then we're going to go over how we did last week. It's been a great quarter, been a great year. We're going to break all that down. So let me just put my charts up really quick. Yeah, so a few of these pairs, I would not be shocked if we still see some retracements happen because they didn't really do it last week, at least the way I wanted to see them do it. Also, let's point out that today and tomorrow we could see that because there is no news. So depending on what happens when volume starts to pick up, especially going into New York today, will kind of determine what happens tomorrow. We don't really have high impact news popping off until Wednesday, and we end the week that way. So yeah, today and tomorrow is going to be very interesting. It's going to be like strictly just waiting for setups like usual. We're going to see a Monday is going to be another slow Monday, or we're going to have one of those rare Mondays where we get volume pumping right out the gate. So we're going to see. We got a couple minutes till London session starts. Let me see. I'm trying to find a level to mark up. I'll mark that off. It's a little too high. Yeah, that's fine. Those just joining the stream, these are just trade ideas. We have not entered this yet. This is a trade idea. It's a decent stop loss. All right, cool. Now I got GJ. All right, so really quick before London starts, let's look at these Euro pairs, see if they look any different. I didn't really trade the Euro pairs last week. I was mainly on the GBP pairs last week. Let's see what's going down here. Retested the support level. It was a small buy opportunity last night on this. All right. Yeah, this looks a lot. I like how this is looking. Yeah, so we're going to look at EN. I kind of like EN over GN. But we're still not going to hop in this yet. Still got to wait for the opening candle. And, of course, see how price reacts above this level. Yeah, it already started to move a little bit. I got to add some more levels, too, so I'll do that also. Let's see if I can get away with it for now. All right, now I do got to add some levels. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. I got the charts I'm looking at. All right, so these are the pairs we're going to be looking at. London session about to start. Yeah, you know the usual. Ain't do nothing too crazy. All right, cool. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all in here. All right, so the game plan for right now is we're going to be looking at possible EN buys. We're going to be watching GA, looking at possible GA buys. Not right now. I still got to break this resistance level and turn it to support. We can clearly see multiple times price again and again and again is treating this low as resistance. So if we're going to be looking for buys and the bullish momentum to continue, we're going to have to take out not just these highs to the left, but turn this resistance level into a support. So that's what we're waiting on right there. So that's what we want to see happen. That, or if price wants to retrace back down to here, we're going to look for buys also. But we're not looking for sells anytime soon. Why are we looking for buys? Because we are clearly bullish when we go on the bigger time frame. We see prices really been shooting up since February this year. We're going to be technical since September of last year. All right, that's when price wicked this level. After that, that's when the downtrend ended, and that thing took off and shot to the upside. And it's been bullish all year. There have been some small, slight downtrends that really just been some retested retracements. But even looking at this month, last month, this whole quarter, price has been shooting up. So there's nothing showing us to look for sales. Price is clearly bullish. All right, the only issue we got right now is we are got to anticipate a retracement, right? Especially because last week, we're going to pull that out. Last week went extremely crazy on the charts. So last week went 10-1, 91% win rate. We ended up swinging a lot of these trades, holding them for multiple days and adding multiple positions. As you can see, we caught multiple daily candlesticks on GA. We're going to pull up a few other charts as well. But Monday, we caught 1,493 pips. Tuesday, we caught 14,825 pips. Wednesday, we caught 25,111 pips. Thursday, we caught 1,000 pips. And then Friday, we caught 13,415 pips. End of the week with a total of 55,844 pips. 53,146 of those were strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the week of Monday when we started off with a huge gold sell. Every trade posted as my personal entry, SL, the TPs. Time the trade was posted. You see this was clearly during the New York session. How people viewed it into the trade reactions. You know, they do put a thumbs down because it was in drawdown, but guess what? TPs ended up getting hit. You see screenshots of positions. This is one of those GJ buys. Here's another GJ buy. Took the first day 2-0. Then the second day was this GA setup. So we're gonna break these down because London session did just start too. So we gotta look at gold anyways. So okay, so Ian's doing a nice retest for us. NAS is doing a retest for us as well. Let's see what GJ's up to. GJ not looking so nice. All right, so we're gonna see how price reacts off that retest there, but I'm gonna put that on my other screen. So let's pull up gold because we gotta look at gold anyways. So as you can see, we're catching gold sales all last week as well. But the first gold sell on that Monday was, let me make sure I mix the days up. No, last Monday was the 14th. So let me go to the 13th. This was Sunday. This was Friday. All right, so it's the Monday sell. So this is the first sell taken. Then this was the second sell. Well, this was the same setup, but this was the news candlestick on Tuesday. We took this out on Monday. We hit TP2 on Monday, as y'all saw. Hit the final TP later on during the week. This was the news wick candlestick. So this trade hit multiple TPs. It had multiple opportunities for re-entries, which we did. Obviously, you see right here, we got wicked out after that move. Then as the price continued to trade as resistance, we took another sell where not only did the final TV get hit, but we surpassed it. So this was nice 1 to 4 risk reward. And then on Thursday, we entered another gold sell, but we'll put it up in a second as well. And then we have this GA buy, which was the original entry was, let me pull that up. So this was Tuesday. We entered that on Tuesday. See the date matches, 15th. The entry was all the way at 96.10, which was all the way down here. Right, I click this orange line. I put it on 96.10. Bam. So we entered all the way down here. So this was the first position. I ended up adding multiple positions. I believe there's screenshots either. I know I put them on my story. I don't know if they're in here. I know I put some other screenshots in here. Let's just see out of curiosity. I know I put them in here. This is that GN buy. That was that gold sell, the gold sell. So I might just put on my story. Yeah, I don't see it on here. Well, that's another reason why y'all gotta follow me on Instagram. Instagram, put that on the screen at playmaker_. Obviously, ain't no screenshots on my story right now, but every day when we're in positions, what's going on, I add them onto my story. But let's pull that back up right here. So yeah, I took multiple positions on this, but this was the original entry. And as you can see, after it hit the final TP, it just continued to shoot up all week. So I added another position here. First position was at a nice 1 to 6 risk reward. Second position was a nice 1 to 5, almost 1 to 6. And then on Thursday, we entered Friday, we entered another GA buy. So this is my third position here, but then I got worked out. As you can see, this was talking about at the beginning of the live. We have the strong resistance level that price has been struggling to break. Then we went for another buy on Friday. And as you can see here, this is how the week's been starting, but this is how the week ended. So we're stuck underneath this resistance level. But this was a huge swing trade all last week. We took some buys the week before as well. But again, there was no reason to close this trade because after it took off, it was just a beautiful staircase up. So last week was one of those weeks where it was like a perfect example of why the trend's your friend and you shouldn't counter trend trade. Because once we enter, that thing just exploded up and we caught multiple candlesticks. And this happened with a lot of pairs last week. We did this with GA. We did this with gold, obviously. Gold dropped all last week. It's been dropping for like 2 weeks. But we entered the sales all last week on that. Like you see, well, no, that was the week before. This was Monday. This was going to Tuesday, Wednesday. Then this was Thursday. Right now, we're going to continue to look for sales as well. So right now with gold, we're waiting for it to either break this level, which I want to see is break this daily level, because it already retested this level and dropped, and then already did like a slight retest and it's showing that's rejecting this level. So right now, we're just waiting for price to hit the neck. That's a big stop loss. That is not what we're looking at. Let's fix that. But yeah, so right now, we're waiting for gold to either retest this level, and we're going to look for a sell, or we're waiting for gold to break below this level, and we're looking for a sell. We're not looking for buys anytime soon. And why we're looking for sales? Because again, we're going a bigger time frame. Whoops. We're clearly bearish, right? Price did a nice drop, did a little retest, and then look at that. It's just been dropping for the past few weeks, all this month. And we've been catching all the sales, catching the daily candlestick after daily candlestick. So yeah, last week was just a crazy week for trading and just swing trades as well. We did the same thing with NAS and SPX. We did the same thing with GN. A lot of these pairs just ended up just tanking all week. This was the NAS last week as well. This was the Monday candlestick. Tuesday, we entered off the higher low, rode the lower high, rode the entire lower low down. This was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we also took a sell on Friday, caught that rejection, wick down, and now we have a retest here. So we're looking to see if price is going to hold this level or it's going to retrace even up to here. Either way, we're waiting to catch the retracement and then ride the entire lower low down again. So that's the game plan right now. NAS is retesting this resistance level. We're going to look for a possible sell setup here if my confirmations are met. But right now, we're just going to be waiting for the next 15. As you can see, it's touching this level. You see how it tapped this level? Let me zoom in so y'all can see. And now it's rejecting, which is exactly why we trade based off these levels. So now we're going to see if price can continue to hold this level as resistance. If it can, we're going to look for a sell right here. And no rush to enter any trades. It is Monday, and we're still in the first candlestick of London session. Yeah, we do have an imbalance here too that could try to fill up before dropping down. Yeah, those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. I'm looking at EN too. It's still just chilling on that level though. So we're going to see what the next 5 minute looks like. GA still struggling. DJ still ranging as well. Yeah, so right now we're just waiting for volume so we can break above or below these levels and get things started. But as you can see, price has kind of just been chilling, which is pretty normal for Mondays, almost Sundays going into Mondays. So while it's doing that, let's pull up GN as well. Okay, so GN is doing the same thing. Again, this is just a buy idea. I'm not entering this yet. I just like to have my ideas written off. Because again, the way I trade, like it's not going to change. It's going to have to break multiple levels before my bias changes. So I like to just look at the setup I'm looking at, and most importantly, make sure it's even worth considering entering. Because again, if you want to enter any trade, it should at least be a 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum risk reward. That way, because of course, not every time the price is going to hit your final TP. So at least if it's a 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum, if it goes halfway, you'll at least make what you're risking versus, you know, if it's a 1 to 1 off rip and it goes halfway and you're risking like $20, you only make like $5 or $10, right? Because you want to make your investment worth it. Because remember, we're investing. We don't want to just enter a bunch of setups, you know, risk $50 and the max we can make is $20. That doesn't make any sense, right? But if we have a high probability setup and then on top of that, the trade we're looking at, we're going to make at least double, if not triple what we're making. That makes it worth entering for one, on top of, you know, all the confirmations we already looked for before we entered. But yeah, so we're just watching these right here. GJ is trying to do something right now. We're going to see if we can break that level. Had our entry on there. All right, so we're back on GN though. So this was the GN buys we took last week. So this was the original one on. No, this was. I'm looking at the wrong. Am I true? Let me go to the date right here. So that's how Monday, Tuesday went. So Tuesday we went 2-0 as well. So we held that GJ buy for Monday, got 148 pips. That NAS sell, all TP hit, got 13,800 pips. Then we took that gold sell, TB5 got hit 800 pips. That GA buy, all TP hit, got 77 pips. So we ended Tuesday with 14,825 pips. Then going into Wednesday, we see this GN buy. Okay, I know I'm not true. What day is that? The 16th. Friday. Why is that not marked up? Tuesday. Oh, it is. I'm just tripping. Okay, so this is the GN buy on Wednesday. This was a nice 1 to 3 risk reward. We took this trade live that day. So we go to last Wednesday's stream. All streams are dated. And then, of course, you know, YouTube dates them, but, you know, they're taking the same day. So you see right here, this was literally the second candlestick going into London session. The entry was at 1310, which was all the way down here, right here. So it was a nice 1 to 3 risk reward. We made 3 times our risk. You see the TPs getting hit, all that good stuff. This was a screenshot of me in that position. See all the way down here. So on entry, 1318 after spread, huge skyrocket to the upside. And then this was that gold sell, screenshot of that position. See the entry was at 1905. And if we go to the gold sell, it matches the entry right here, 1905. entry right here, 1905. So then we ended Wednesday with 25,111 pips. Ended the day 2-1. And then Thursday, we only took one trade. Held the positions from the trades taken Monday through Wednesday. Only took one trade on Thursday, which was a gold sell. All TPs had caught 1,000 pips. This was a position that other gold sell. And then Friday, we ended it off 2-0. Took a GJ buy during the live stream, and the media members took a GA buy as well. See, the TPs got hit. The final TP got hit like an hour ago. And we took 3 trades, excuse me. So we ended Friday 3-0. Took a GA buy, all TPs hit 53 pips. GJ buy, all TPs hit 62 pips. Then a NAS sell, all TPs hit 13,300 pips. Ending the day with a total of 13,415 pips. 10-1 for the week. And that's how last week went. We're going to go over the rest of the month in a second, but looks like we got some action about to start. So GN gave us a nice little wick. New 15 starting. So we're about to see if we can hold this level. Because again, it's been respecting this level all night, but it's just been ranging. So that is a good sign. But now we're going to see a volume is going to pick up for us. And, we can look at some entries on this. So we are looking at GN. We're still watching NAS, but NAS broke above the daily level. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see what else is going on. We'll just join the stream. We have not entered this yet. It's just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join a free Signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. My bad, I saw something. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. What's going on, Amir? I see you in here. All right, we got a question. Does gold come under Forex trading? Gold's a metal, so no. You can. So Forex is literally stands for foreign exchange. So that's like currency pairs. So the Great British Pound, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, USD, the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. That stuff's Forex. Like NAS, US30, SPX, those are indices, indexes, futures, tomato, all really the same stuff. Some people even consider them options. Well, you can trade them with options. Futures is basically essentially a stock, right? Then there's actual stocks, which, people call options. That's what people trade options with. Then there's metals, gold, silver. I think there's platinum too, but the main two people trade is gold and silver. So no, but you can trade them all on like Forex platforms or trading platforms like MT4, MT5. And, you can enter buy or sell positions, but no, it's not. It's not a foreign exchange. It's a metal. Good question, though. Yeah, so Gene is holding this level, so I am going to write this trade idea up because I do especially like that rejection wick from the last 15. So yeah, I'm going to write this trade idea up. Still not entering it yet, though. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. Writing this trade idea up. Entry. SL, we're looking at 14. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking how this is looking. We might enter this soon. We'll see what this next 5 minute looks like. Yes, I got a couple videos dropping this week. All right. The first one's dropping either today or tomorrow. I got to finish editing it up. So it's either going to drop today or tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that. It's going to be, do I want to say what it's going to be yet? I might reveal what it's going to be later on during this stream. It's not going to be a trade breakdown though. That's going to be later on. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Instagram is playmaker_way. You should see it at the bottom of the screen. TikTok is playmaker way. I post daily on both pages. Just posted some content on them last night. Go ahead and check them out. We're almost at 1,000 followers on TikTok. Once we get 1,000 followers, we're going to start going live on there as well. The lives are going to be outside of London session. So you enjoy the lives, help your boy out, so we can get those 1,000 followers. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers on here also. We're just about, I think, like 100 plus, like 100, 110 away, something like that. So right there as well. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. Appreciate you giving us a chance. We don't just live stream and live trade on here. We also drop weekly content from trade breakdowns, trading psychology videos, trading tip videos, trading plan videos. I got videos on almost everything. So go ahead, hit that sub button. And while you're on the stream, you know, the way YouTube works, go ahead and click that blue button. That's my logo, and explore the channel and see what we got on here. But right now, we're basically waiting for price to break our levels and some confirmations. That's what we're waiting on right now. Patiently waiting, and no rush to enter any trades. We don't control price, so we're waiting for price to come to us. Yeah, I like GN right here. This is the main one I like right now. Looking at NAS and gold still, but they got some work to do. So we're just going to keep it on GN for right now. Again, as far as news, nothing going on today at all. Nothing going on tomorrow, really. Things aren't going to really start to pop off until Wednesday. So today and tomorrow can not only just be slow Mondays and Tuesdays, but, you know, we'll see what happens. But it's definitely going to be in terms of what happens today and tomorrow, especially because last week, again, price was just exploding and shooting up for 2 weeks in a row, really. So, again, anticipating some retracements. Had a little happen on Thursday and Friday, but not as much as I wanted. We're about to see what happens. Yeah, so GN is still just chilling, hugging this level, really. So right now, we're just waiting for volume to pick up. It's got a nice levels above, though, that I do like. We got about 7 minutes to the next 15. Got about 2.5 to the next 5 minutes. Yeah, some strong level here. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to try to do something. So I was just talking about risk to reward. Like I said, I do have a video on that, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat so y'all can view and check that out later, because risk to reward is very important. Well, actually, I'm going to drop this video. This video goes over it as well. So I'm going to drop this video right here. This was my most recent video titled How to Be Consistently Profitable Trading. Well, that's not my most recent. My most recent, okay, things look like they're about to pop off. Okay, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Because like I always say, price isn't going to just pull out a chair and be like, hold on. Way's spitting right now. Give me a second. Because it's about to hit my price. I'm waiting for it to hit. As soon as I'm about to go into teacher mode, it's about to hit that price I was looking at. Give me 1 second now. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We just went over last week. We're going to go over a few other things in a second as well. But right now, we're watching the charts because things might be popping off soon. Yeah, I like this right here. Yeah, I like this right here. Yeah, so it's showing this low as support. So it's either going to continue to hold this level or it's going to reject and do that retracement I'm anticipating. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But back to what I was just talking about. So let me drop that video. It's my most recent. But no. It's my second most recent. My most recent was the support resistance video. But there is one that's actually I dropped on Friday, but that's a YouTube members only play. I mean members only video. Drop this right here. All right, bam. Yeah, so GJ is still just stuck in that level of traffic. So we're gonna put this on another chart. We're gonna put this back on gold, see what gold's up to. Yeah, but as we see, a lot of these pairs are just ranging. We're gonna pull back up NAS because NAS is doing a retest. It just broke the level, but it's looking like it might try to drop back down. So we're gonna be watching NAS as well. So these are the two we're gonna be watching right here. Let's see if we can take those highs out to the left. Yeah, the NAS looks like it's about to try to drop down for us. So we're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. Those watching the recorded, this is the title of that video. Make sure to check that out. All right, y'all. This video is going to help y'all out. Like I said, I got a video dropping later, either today or tomorrow, but it's going to be breaking down. Did I put this in the free channel? I know I put it in the other channel. Give me 1 second. Because y'all go into the community tab, I put a vote. It wasn't a vote for the video, but I just want to see what y'all like to trade. So basically, in my community tab, I put a vote, a poll about what y'all prefer to trade. Y'all prefer to trade prop firm, live, or both. And let me go to it now, see if it updated. But last night, most people was voting funded. Let me see where it's at right now. Yeah, so it's still funded. So 6% people said funded prop firm, 20% said live personal account, and then 20% said both. And I personally use both as well. I have live accounts and I have funded accounts. They both have pros and cons. I actually made a short video breaking down the pros and cons, but I also have some videos exposing my strategy. But I'm gonna do an updated one that's gonna be dropping the beginning of this week because let me pull it up. I just passed another challenge. So I put this in the free channel on the 16th. This is when I passed phase 1, and then literally that same day, well, not the same day, like on Friday, I passed phase 2. Now, obviously, you can't pass 2 phases in 1 week technically because you know that those 5 trading days. But I already made. Let me see if I can pull up the thingy really quick. Give me 1 second. Gotta find. Oh, I put it in the group chat. That's what I did on accident. Let me go in the group chat really quick. But while I'm doing that, I want y'all to notice how, remember before, price was rejecting this level, but then it broke back above, and now we see price is rejecting this level the opposite way. First it was rejecting, treating as a resistance. Now we see the wick rejecting, treating as a support in real time. So we want to see price hold underneath this level, which is why I was waiting for those confirmations. But since price is wicking and breaking above, that's why we didn't enter yet, because there's a chance that price could try to retrace at the next level and then try to drop down. So that's why we just patiently wait for the confirmations, because the way we trade basically projects the direction price is going to be going for the day. So that's why we wait for these confirmations, because for the most part, once we take these positions, like if we enter a buy, we're assuming price is going up for the day, or if we enter a sell, we're assuming price is going down for the day. We're not catching a bounce or retracement. We're trying to determine the direction price is going for the day and the week, and then we only enter positions based on the direction price has been going, or we see price going for the week. Now, how are we going to determine what we see price doing for the day and the week? That's because we're going to bigger time frames to see what price has been doing for the months, quarter, and the year. All right, so GM doing this thing. Now, so we're going to see if we can break back below this level. Let's see what these other pairs are up to. And I'm still going to pull the other thing up, but you know the charts are moving, so let's make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, nothing. One second. Yeah, so gold's still ranging as well. So we're just gonna leave that alone. All right, cool. So I'm trying to find this screenshot. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. And then this one, I did a 10K challenge for this one. That way, because that's like, well, technically you can get like a 5K account, but I think most people was going to go for a 10K minimum, if not, you know, 50K minimum. So that's why I start with a 10K, just to show that, you know, you literally, like I always say, if you can do it with the capital isn't the issue, it's the execution. You know, if you can't grow or compound a small account, getting a funded account or getting your hands, or you know, putting more money into your live account isn't going to solve the issue. Because a lot of people think, oh, I'm sucking at forex or trading because I don't have enough money to make money. No, you know what I'm saying, is that's not the issue. You get what I'm saying? It's all about percentages. Like I said this the other day, 1% of $100 versus 1% of 1,000 versus 1% of 10,000. There's a big difference between the three, but it's still 1%. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show examples of that in a second. So we're gonna keep that on NAS right there. Let me see if I can. Give me 1 second. All right, cool. Okay, so I had to be careful because like the group chat got names and faces and stuff. But here's a GIF of it really quick. So you see right here, I'm doing a screen recording. You see this is the 10K account. Obviously, the second phase you have to get 5%. First phase is 8%. Second phase is 5%. 5% of 10K is 500. You see, well, when it goes back, you're going to see the week. I put on the week, but you see the date is all the same, which was the 17th going into the 18th. 17th Tokyo session going to the 18th London and New York session. So one day, even starting off with 2 losses, they weren't really losses. Well, obviously they're losses, but I think I closed them a little earlier. I didn't get wicked out in profit. But nonetheless, first 2 trades red. But look, this is what I always talk about. Go into your search, go into your trade history. If you see more red than blue, that's an issue. But the biggest issue that needs to be resolved That was one of my biggest issues as well. Was if you're winning more than you're losing, but your losses are canceling out your wins, that's a big issue as well. Especially if they're canceling out multiple wins. But a loss shouldn't cancel out a win at all, unless it was like a break-even win or it wasn't. It was a win that got wicked out in profit, not necessarily you closed at the final TP or deep in profit. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's that simple, y'all. Like these, I didn't over leverage. I scaled into positions, but I didn't over leverage. Like you see, I just took. I should have did a screenshot. Let me send myself a screenshot so I can break it down better. Let me send myself a screenshot. So give me 1 second. I don't know why I keep doing GIFs. I did that last time. It was bugging out as well. So you're like, so like I was saying, technically I still got like 2 days, 3 days to trade it before I get the certificate, and I have to, be profitable for a month until I can get my payout and refund. But as far as percentages, target wise, I'm at that in the day. And then let me do a screenshot really quick. Give me 1 second. Let me just put a position in really quick for the day. Those just joined the stream. We have not entered this yet. This was a trade idea. We was waiting for our confirmations to be met, but instead it's rejecting that level. So we're just gonna move this over because this is still a valid trade idea. Obviously, we're not going to enter a sell until price is below here, though. So we're just going to leave that alone for now. Gold, as you can see, is still ranging. Nothing we can do about that. Let's see if GJ is getting his act together. GJ still ranging also. We hit the final TP. Now we're waiting to see if we can break and hold above this level. So yeah, we're just patiently waiting right now. Nothing really too much is going down. Let's pull up GA really quick. Yeah, so a lot of these pairs are still ranging. We're waiting right now for volume to pick up and to break either above or below these levels. But right now we're in between, so nothing we can do about that. So I only trade above or below my key price levels. I'm not going to break my rules. I'm not going to rush or feel impatient or feel like it's taking too long. Nothing like that. Just going to be waiting for the setups. We're going to just put that back on GJ. Put that back on GJ. Whoops. I keep clicking shit. All right, there we go. Let me fix that. I'm actually gonna put it back on NAS. How about I put the right thing, right? I don't know what a NAS 199 is. Yes, the price rejected that level. So now we're going to see how it reacts to this level right here. Now I actually have screenshots showing my multiple positions on NAS. I know that for a fact. But we're not going to get sidetracked. Let me go ahead and take those screenshots and send them to myself. So we can do that. Give me 1 second. Just adding a position really quick so I can count this as a trading day. All right, bam. All right, cool. So make sure in the screenshot so we can break this down. All right, cool. So I'm about to do screenshots of the first phase as well. That way we can just knock 2 birds out with 1 stone. You get what I'm saying? So I'll do that. All right, cool. All right, so let me send these to myself. What's your idea about GU? We can look at GU. And like always, you guys got questions when we look at any charts, feel free to drop them in the chat. That doesn't mean we're going to enter them, but I'll give my opinion of what I see going down with them. So GU's in a level of traffic right now. It's got some bearish momentum, but it's really in a level of traffic right now. Is at a resistance level currently. We could look at possible sells, but honestly, it's kind of messy right now. I wouldn't even want to mess with it. Like, so it's some bearish momentum, but it's stuck in this level of traffic. So it's at a resistance level. So if I was to look for sells, I'd look for sells at around 27.50, 27.40 price range. And I can see sells down to around 27.10, 27.05. And then depending on how New York looks, if it breaks that level, possibly 26.70, 26.60. That's if I'm looking for sells. I wouldn't really look for buys on it. I mean, if it breaks this level, maybe, but yeah, it's kind of messy. I wouldn't really even trade this one, in my opinion. But like I said, if I was looking for sells, that's what I'd be looking for at those price levels. I wouldn't really look for buys anytime soon. And then we go into 15, we can just see how price has been treated as low as resistance for a little while. Broke above it that one time, did the retest, rejected, try one more time. So it's kind of stuck in this box right here. So I'd wait for it to break out of this box. It's stuck in this box. It's stuck below this level, and it's stuck above this level. So I wait for price to either break out and run off this way, or vice versa, break out or run out this way. Because it's kind of just been stuck here playing pinball. Again, when it comes to trading, you want to look at some setups that have clear trends. Now, again, like I said, it's not. I've seen worse charts, but again, I looked at some other pairs, and there's a lot other cleaner looking setups. So that's why I'm not so attracted or fond of that one. But that's my opinion on that. What's going on, Richie? I see you in here. What's going on, Richie? Those are just joined the stream. Basically, what we're doing right now. Hold on. There we go. Basically, what we're doing right now is waiting for some confirmations. We're looking at some buys, setups on the currency pairs we're looking at, which is GJ, GN, GA. But right now, we're just waiting for our confirmations, which is price breaking above these resistance levels. We clearly see here, price has been rejecting this level multiple times. So we're waiting for it to break that level and treat it as support. Or we're waiting for price to retest and break down here again. We can look for another buy position. But as of right now, as you can see, since market has been open, price has just been taking a nap at the same price level. So nothing you can really do about that. It is Monday. Mondays and Tuesdays are usually the slower days of the week. So if y'all been trading for at least a quarter, y'all should be used to that because it happens most Mondays and most Tuesdays. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, so things are retracing right now, which is cool. So we're gonna move this over here. We'll put this sell idea up. Because like I said, we're not looking for buys anytime soon. I'm not looking for buys anytime soon. Put that up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, but all these pairs are just ranging right now. Nothing we can do about that. So let me go ahead and send these screenshots to myself and we can finish breaking it down. You just joined the stream. Basically, we're breaking down how I just passed a funded challenge in 2 weeks. I'm breaking down how I did it, and then it's a quick preview of the video dropping later on this week, showing you how to do it. Now, I do have some other videos on my channel of some old funded account videos of challenges passed and strategies I use. Strategy hasn't really changed too much. I'm just doing an updated video to break down how I did it this time and basically the science behind it, because it's just all comes down to basic math. Like I said, trading consists of 3 things. Once you get the first 2 things down, it's just basic math after that, and then it's just rinse and repeat. Those that follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I dropped a recent video on there talking about stop trying to make money while trading, and that breaks down exactly what we're about to be talking about in a second. Let me just send these screenshots to myself. All right, cool. So we just joined about 10 minutes ago. I showed how I passed the first phase 2 in one day. So I already showed that video, but now I'm just showing the screenshots. That way we can break this down without, because we couldn't pause it. The video was too small, too short, so it was a GIF instead of a video. So give me 1 second. And like I said, you guys got any questions or you want to look at any charts, feel free to drop them in the chat. How many likes we at right now? Let's see how many likes we have before we do this. See how many likes we have. All right, let's get to 10 likes, y'all. We have 5 likes right now. Let's get to 10 likes. Let's get to 10 likes, y'all. Let's get to 10 likes before I drop and break this down. All right, while I'm waiting for that, we're going to see what these other pairs are up to. So, yeah, that's just ranging right now. So we might see those retracements start to pop off if we can't hold this level. It's been holding this level all night, though. So I'm going to see what happens. Gold's still ranging as well. Yeah, again, we're waiting for price to either retest this level above here, look for a sell, like we did on Thursday, Friday. No, on Thursday we didn't take a sell Friday, like we did on Thursday, or we're gonna wait for price to break below this level and look for a sell right here. So that's what we're waiting on with all these pairs. All these pairs are just ranging in between these boxes right now. So we're just waiting for price to break above or below those levels. And that's pretty much what's going on with all these pairs right now. Just waiting for volume to pick up. Let's see where we at. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so let's break this down. Okay, so this was So this was the phase 1. Phase 1 is 8%. 8% $10,800. So one thing I want y'all to notice is that again the wins are outdoing the losses each time. Okay, obviously this one you can see the red got hit, so I moved this in profit. So if I would have closed when it was at the peak, would have been way more than the losses, right? But besides that one, all the other wins are greater than the losses. Okay, it's not going to be perfect every single time, but that's why you got to practice calculating lot size and pips. Now, I got a video on my channel on how to count pips if you guys don't know how to count pips. But is that simple? That's the most important part, is making sure you're not over leveraging and you're risking the same amount every single trade. That way, if you do take a loss, the next win you can cancel it out with. Because again, the simple math, like I said, consists of 3 things. The first part is the charts. You got to know how to read the charts. You got to know how to understand what's going on the charts. The second part is the discipline and having your emotions in line, right? The consistency, the mindset, looking for the same setups every time. Because again, once you focus and master the first part, well, I'm not say master, but get the basics of the first part down, it's literally rinse and repeat. Then you just got perfected with your strategy, keep the discipline in place, aka the over trading, knock all that out. The FOMO, knock all that out. Entering trades late, chasing trades, knock all that out. Getting used to drawdown, knock all of that out. So that's the second part. Then the third part is knowing how to count pips, calculating your lot size. Again, basic math. There's no protractor. It's all just addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and moving decimals around. All right, so this was the first phase. Then the second phase, which was phase 2, like we saw in that GIF, passed it in one day. Took some trades. Well, yeah, one day. You see right here, the 17th going into the 18th, right? And these were 2 positions I took on today. I try to make it count for 2 days, but it still counted as 1 day, as we see on the date here. But I just took those positions to count as a trading day because, again, I passed this in 1 day, and you need at least 5 days minimum to, pass. So I did pass in 1 day, but technically it's going to take a couple more days. So Thursday this week, then I'll have the live account. And then, of course, after you get the live account, you got to be profitable for a month, not violate the rules for a month. Then you get the refund and then that payout. But it's that simple. So this is what the video is going to be breaking down how I did it. It's going to be breaking down the trades taken to achieve it and all that good stuff. But these were trades, like always, taken and called out in both the free channel and the advanced play signal room. The NAS sell called that out with the members last week. The GN buy called this out in the free channel last week. The GJ buys called that out on live and on YouTube, but this might have been a members only play. GA buy called this trade live. So all these trades were trades taken last week, called on YouTube in the free channel, and they're also posted in the advanced play signal room. None of these are outside foreign trades. Well, SPX, but SPX and NAS and US30 is a trio. That's a whole nother topic. But again, every trade, like I always say, every trade taken, I personally enter. I never want to call a signal out that I'm not in. And it's that simple, y'all. Like, you don't have to, there's no, indices better than currency pairs, currency better than indices. If there's a setup, it doesn't matter what you're trading. You can be going from gold to NAS to GJ. It's all the same thing. You read the charts all the same. You take the same type of setups. You risk the same amounts. Yeah, but these pairs ain't doing nothing right now. Not doing a thing. But we do have the 4 o'clock hour starting in about 8 minutes. So I'm going to see if Vaughn's going to start to pick up next hour. So right now, price has just been ranging really. We'll see if things pick up though. I'm going to unbolden this. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, we're just waiting right now. Those just joined the stream, go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Last week we went 10-1, catching 55,844 pips. Last month we went 34-3, caught a total of 105,389 pips. You click that first link, you're gonna be able to check that out and see for yourselves. First thing you're going to see is, of course, that YouTube link and the final TP getting hit from the GJ play called last week. But this is how we did last week. 10-1 gave us ourselves a 91% win rate. Every trade posted as my personal entry, SL, TPs, time the trade was posted, how many people viewed into the trade, reactions, TPs getting hit, screenshots of positions, all that good stuff. Screenshots of positions. These are positions all throughout the week. Then if we scroll up, we're going to see how we did the week before. The week before, we went 15-0, 100% win rate, caught total 5,553 pips. Then this is how we did last month. So the month of July, we went 34-3, gave ourselves a 92% win rate for the month. Only took 3 losses last month, 34 wins, caught a total of 105,389 pips. 96,594 of those pips were strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the month. You see July 3rd, where we started it off with a huge GN sell. Again, like always, every trade has my personal entry, SL, TPs, screenshots of positions, all that good stuff. So that's what we've been doing so far this quarter. I'm almost done with this week as well. This month as well. Got another week and some change. Now, how we did the month before that, we went 55-4, 93% win rate. Caught a total 151,295 pips. Let me see if I can find the month before that. Let's see. Because I always be missing. Let me scroll down a little bit. See if I can find it. I'm still looking at the charts, but as we can see to the right, we're still waiting for price to hit our confirmations and levels. So how we did May, we went 46 and 5, 90% win rate. So you can see how we're averaging every month, high 90, high 80% win rates. Then how we did the month before that. Scroll a little bit. Let's see what I can find. Okay, so I lined it up pretty good. So this is how we did the month before that, 47 and 5, 92% win rate, 108,000 pips. The month before that, no, this is the quarter. I was going to say, I know I didn't take that many trades in a month. So this is how we did the first quarter, January, March, April. Yeah, so this is how we did the first quarter. So this is with January, February, and March combined. This is how we did quarter one. Caught 199 wins, 14 losses. Again, this is split between 3 months. This is January, February, and March combined. Because how quarters work. There's 3 months per quarter, 4 quarters a year, 12 months. So we ended that quarter with a 93% win rate. So you can just see how we've just been killing it all this year. Now, if you want to see really how we've been doing, you can click this pin message right here, and it'll take you to a year ago. You see this June 6, 2022. And then you can see here how we've been averaging high 80, 90% win rates weekly, monthly, and quarterly for over a year. The way I drew out the stuff changed a little bit, but you improve as time goes on. But the things that's been consistent is those wins and those TPs getting hit. So go ahead and check all that stuff out for yourselves. But yeah, right now we're just waiting on price to, volume for one to pick up, which I kind of anticipate seeing happen this next hour. 4 o'clock hour is usually when volume starts to pick up, especially during London session. But as we see, price has still just been ranging. Like we've been on live for an hour. Price has been, let's just count. We're on a 15-minute time frame. This is the 3:45 hour. So this is the 15, last 15, last 15. There's a whole hour. So for the past hour, we've been on live. Price has not moved. It's been in the same spot. And if we look further to the left, we can see it's been doing that really since, market open on Sunday. So if price is staying in place, even if we enter the trade, we'll just be flickering in and out of blue and red. So it's not like we missed anything. Starting next month, it's going to be the extended lives on YouTube. All right, let me catch up to this. Thoughts on GN. I just went over GN. I'll go over it again just in case you asked that after I went over GN. So looking at GN, we're going to be looking at buys. We're going to be looking for buys on GN. I don't know what BN is. Let's fix that. We're going to be looking for buys on. Okay, I was like, can I type? So we're going to be looking for buys on GN. Why? Even on the 15, which y'all shouldn't be basing trends or direction of price off of, but even off the 15, we can clearly see our price has just been shooting up, has not been shooting down. But if we go on a bigger time frame, we can clearly see, especially if we go on a naked chart, we can clearly see that price is bullish. So there's no reason to look for any sells. Now, we can possibly see a retracement. It did a slight one on Friday, but even after retracement, we're still looking for buys. Only looking for buys, not looking for sells anytime soon. Rolled the entire higher high last week. Right, if we go back to my marked off levels. And then we, boom. Give me 1 second. Then we zoom in. So yeah, if it doesn't hold this level, it's going to make a higher low. And then we're going to look for a buy off the higher low. But if it can hold this level, we're going to continue to ride the wave up. But we rolled the entire higher high up last week, the week before. As you can see here with these positions, 1 candlestick, 2 daily candlesticks, 3, 4 daily candlesticks. Missed the shift on this one. So it already just made a higher high. So what comes after a higher high? A higher low. So if it doesn't hold this level, then we can see price retrace back down to this level or down to this level. Look for buys, or even come down to here, but not looking for sells anytime soon. Looking for strictly buys. Looking for strictly buys. Let me see here. What do you think about FTMO? FTMO is cool, but there's other options now. That was just the big popular one back in the day, but there's other options now for cheaper. I haven't used FTMO in a while, so correct me if they updated it. But one, they're a lot more expensive than other prop firm accounts. So I'm all about saving money. I don't really care about the name. Like they all do the same stuff. And there's other ones that are verified. So if I'm gonna pay $100 for a 10-15K account when I can pay $80 for a 10K account, I'm gonna do $80 for a 10K account. Especially when with my Forex funds, the one I'm maxing out right now, the requirements are a lot less. With FTMO, you need 2 weeks on each phase minimum. And then what was it? You need 10% the first phase. Then what was it, like 8% the second phase, or 6%? When there's other prop firms where you can pass. There's some where there's not even a time limit. There's some where you can pass literally in 1 day and get the next phase. Obviously, I don't recommend that, but there are some that give you that option. And there's some where you only need 1 week per phase. And then on all of those, there's also some that the first phase instead of 10% is 8%. So nothing against them, but there's better options. But hey, if you want to spend more money for the same thing, go for it. But like I said, there's other options that are verifiable, that are cheaper and better. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. Um, and that's what's up. Let me know when you join. Like I said, once you join, make sure to read the pinned messages in Advanced Play Signal Room. I'm gonna pull that up in a second. And then join the group chat. Watch the video in the group chat. The video is titled How to Properly Calculate Your Lot Size. That way you know how to calculate your lot size to make sure you're risking the same amount each trade. Because again, it doesn't matter if you're going from trading NAS to trading gold to trading GJ. Doesn't matter if one trade has a 50 pip stop loss, another one has a 20 pip stop loss, another one has a 100 pip stop loss. You should be risking the same amount each trade. So let's say you're risking 5% each trade. And let's just say 5% each trade is $50. So again, took 3 trades. 20 pip stop loss this trade, 50 pip stop loss another trade, 100 pip stop loss the third trade. And let's say all 3 of them hit stop loss. You should be down the same amount each trade because you should be risking the same amount each trade. So all those hit stop loss, all those should have been $50 you lost, which would have been that 5%, right? That's why you can't put the same lot size every time. Now, if all the trades you take are the same stop loss amount in pips, then obviously you can take the same lot size, right? But most of the time it's going to be different. So let's say that I put a 0.10 lot size in the same scenario, 20 pip stop loss, 50 pip, 100 pip stop loss, and let's say all 3 of them hit stop loss. But I risk the same lot size, not the same amount, not the same percentage, but I put the same lot size. If all 3 hit stop loss, am I going to lose the same amount? No. So that's why it's super important. And that's one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't talk about. That is one of the biggest issues and biggest game changers once you apply. Because it doesn't matter how great your strategy is, if you're not risking the same amount, it's going to kill your consistency and your gains on those trades and setups. How much do I usually risk? I usually risk 1 to 5% per trade. Never go past 10%. Can I do US30? I can look at US30. All right, y'all. I'm gonna look at US30. But like I was saying, you see on the bottom of your screen starting next month, because you can start it right now, but the lives aren't starting. The extended lives aren't starting until next month. All right, there's gonna be the YouTube membership subscriptions. There's multiple tiers, but if you enjoy these live streams, once we get off the live here, again, this is not starting today. Next month. Once we get off the live and end it here, we're going to start it back up. It's just going to be members only. Or if you have the course, you're going to have access to these lives as well and the content as well. You already know that. But as soon as we get out the first hour here, we're going to be doing extended London session lives. And then we're going to be doing, not every day, it's going to be a schedule. I'm going to post a schedule when time comes around. But there's going to be New York session lives on here as well. And then there's going to be, you can see the first one. There's going to be exclusive content, exclusive trade breakdowns, psychology videos, trading tip videos, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll repost the details this week. I posted it last week. I think I posted it on Monday or Tuesday last week. So let me just do a couple clicks. Bam. Let's see. Yeah, so if you scroll to the 14th, you can read basically the details of that. But looking at US30, currently it's at a resistance level like NAS, did a nice drop last week. So looking at it, if it can hold underneath this level, we're looking for sales, right? Wouldn't really look for buys unless price breaks back and holds above 35,030, just to be on the safe side. If it continues to hold as low as resistance, we can look for sales. But like I said, I don't know if you, but someone almost every live asks about US30, and I'm gonna say the same thing. Between the three, US30, NAS, and SPX, NAS and SPX are a lot cleaner, so I'd rather look at NAS and SPX for setups than US30. I know a lot of people like to trade US30, but if you don't know, US30, NAS, and SPX are basically the same thing. Now, they're all worth different things. They all got their own key price levels, but let's check this out. We're on NAS100. Let's go on US30. We're at NAS100. Look at this nice little drop here. Boom, boom, boom. Now let's go to NAS. Look at this nice little drop here. Boom, boom, boom. It's the same thing. Now, by going too fast, the power of YouTube lets you rewind and double tap to the left. But you see the exact same thing on the smaller time frames. Now, does that mean, oh, because US30 is going down or shooting up, that means I can enter a buy or sell at all three of them? No, that is stupid. I'm just simply saying, look at all three and pick the one that has the cleanest looking setup. US30 just got its act together, but it's still kind of wonky looking. And if we compare it to NAS and SPX, I'd rather trade SPX or NAS than US30. But the reason why I show you that is because I know a lot of people like to trade US30. Now, the reasons why, that's a whole nother topic. But, it's up to you. But honestly, like I said, I wouldn't look for buys simply because it did that drop. It's finally trying to follow NAS SPX lead. So right now it's kind of playing around to as low as resistance, but same thing, it did a huge drop, right? So if we look right here, this is how price went, was treated as low support, finally broke that level, made a lower low. So this can be the lower high into the next lower low, or we can even see price retrace up to here. Then a lower low gets like that. But if price shoots all the way up to here, breaks this level, you could look for short-term buys. If price breaks and holds above 34,800 to this daily resistance level. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at US30. That's what I'm looking at US30. What's my thoughts on scalping? The way most people scalp, I wouldn't recommend because honestly, there's nothing against that. Well, first we gotta think about scalping. When people think scalping, what's the first thing you think? You probably think 1 minute to 5 minute time frame. No, that's the stupid way to scalp. You can scalp. I'm gonna break it down with the. I might talk about that on one of the lives with the members. I'm gonna answer your question in a second, but let me see. I might go over that with the members on Wednesday. Let me write that down. I might go over that with the members on Thursday. But honestly, like scalping really is if you're holding a trade. How it's supposed to be is if you're holding a trade between like 15 minutes to like 2 hours, 4 hours max. That's scalping, right? But a lot of people want to get in and out quick, which is nothing wrong with that. So they go on smaller time frames because they think if I'm on a 1 minute chart, I'm only going to be in for 1 minute, or if I'm on a 5 minute time frame, I'm only going to be in for 5 minutes. No, you still need to do the same thing. You still need to go on the bigger time frames to determine the direction price is going and stuff like that. But a lot of people scalp wrong because just like with trading, people want instant gratification, which is the most and main reason why people go to scalping. But if done properly, there's nothing wrong with it. But a lot of people do it wrong. And that's how people end up risking so much and over leveraging, because they end up doing what they see these YouTubers do on big accounts or accounts they don't care about. And then people try to replicate it on their main accounts. Or, another topic is people putting too much into their Forex accounts. Because again, this is supposed to be investing, but a lot of people put too much or stuff that's not investment money into their accounts. That's a whole nother topic. But the short version, there's nothing wrong with scalping. A lot of people just do it wrong. That's why I don't really talk about scalping on here. Like, you don't see me really talk about anything. I just talk about trading. Like, you never see me say, oh, this is a scalp setup. This is a swing trade setup. This is an intraday day trading setup. I just say I see buys, I see sells. But like some trades we take, right? Like we're going to free channel. Some trades we take are scalps. Some trades we end up, well, I can't think of any last week, but some trades we take end up hitting all the TPs in 2 hours. Some trades we take end up taking the day. Some trades take 4 hours. It just depends. But some of the trades we take are scalps as well. It just depends on the volume at the time. You feel me? But a lot of people think scalping means, I'm going to be in and out quick, which is true. But they also think that means I need to be strictly on smaller time frames, which is why a lot of the time you'll see people on the live. Again, don't take this personal. We don't take things personal over here. It's all about learning and bettering ourselves. So, don't get triggered or nothing. But that's why you see a lot of times on lives, we'll be deep in profit on some buys, and someone will be like, oh, I'm in a sell. What do you think about a sell right now? And you'll see me get quiet, and you'll see me go on a bigger time frame. Like, what do you see that's showing you sells? What do you see that's showing you buys when we're in a completely different trend? You get what I'm saying? And that's because they're on a smaller time frame, because they got, again, this is why I started the playbook, because these people know what they're doing. These traders that be making these videos, they know what they're doing. They're being marketers. They're salespeople. So they kind of like warp the reality of the trading itself, because you'll see someone be like, "Oh, I just made $5,000 in 5 minutes," right? And whether they did it or not, that's great. But then they'll do the trade breakdown, and the only thing they'll show is like the 5 minute time frame. But it's like 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you didn't start off on the chart, open your computer up, and do your analysis on the 5 minute. So it's like there's a lot of stuff that they don't show that ends up confusing people, and that's why a lot of scalping is the way it is right now. But that's why I also do things different. Like I only talk about like pips, only talk about risk to rewards. If I do show profits, is on my smaller accounts or accounts I play around with, because I'm not really here trying to sell dreams. I'm here to just simply show results. And, if you guys see the results, that's cool. If you don't see the results, I don't know what to tell you, because everything's documented in real time. We take these trades live on Telegram. Every trade posted has the time on it. So if you really want to do some homework or research to see if it's true, like I had someone DM me earlier, was like, did you really catch 55,000 pips? I'm like, go on the link and look. You know what I'm saying? Everything's timed. Everything's documented. Like if you really want to check and verify, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go to a random trade. Let's just do a random trade, right? So let's say this GA buy. Look right here. Has my entry, has my SL, has the TPs, has the time the trade was posted, and it has, the reactions, right? So one, you can see on my end when I put a reaction on. And I promise you, I do not have the time or energy to make a bunch of accounts to put fake reactions on my page. All right. And then two, let's just go to GA really quick. Also, people how US30 is treated as low as resistance. So we're going to be looking at NAS in a second. But if y'all got questions or any other charts you want me to look at, go ahead and drop them. Because like I said, we're going to be hopping off in a second. I wasn't supposed to be going on NAS. I'm supposed to be doing the GA. But let's take this off. I see your other comments. I'm gonna catch them up. I'll catch up to those in a second. All right. So we're on GA. We got the date, August 15th. You have the date the trade was called. You have the entry. You have the time the trade was called. Not only was this when I was live, and in every video on YouTube and TikTok, Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, if you look at the shorts, I always say, what, a live trade every day, London session, 3 a.m. EST. This was during 3 a.m. EST. So you see my entry was at 96.10. So we're just going to click right here. I already have it here, but just for the point, we'll put 96.10. See the entry is 96.10. So we enter all the way here. And then we also see the date matches, Tuesday the 15th, August 15th. So you can see, in fact, price did do that. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard. I did this on purpose. It's hard for me to make things up, right? It's easy for me to show a screenshot some profits or even show withdrawal money or prop money. You really don't know what it is on the internet unless people literally show you every dollar bill and stuff. But yeah, so I do it this way. So it's literally impossible for me not to fake shit, but it literally you can see everything in real time. Like I call things out in real time. I post things, everything's timed, everything's dated. So, you know, you can verify things on your own. But let me catch up to these comments. But yeah, price is just doing what it's doing right now. Let's see. Whoops. That's how you know I'm tripping. I put that in the wrong thing. Let's try that again. Yeah, I got a new setup. I switched with my monitor and stuff, so I'm trying to get used to it. So that's why I keep on like making some slight mistakes and stuff, but it's all good. We're gonna get to it. Yeah, so GJ, all these are still ranging right now. We're gonna be on the chart still, but yeah, nothing has really changed this whole hour. So let me catch up to these comments. Oh no, I'm not talking about you, Richie. I'm talking about just people in general. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't gonna take it personal. I just like to say that because, you know, people are sensitive nowadays, especially on the internet. So, you know, you just gotta do disclaimers nowadays for no reason. But also because again, I want what I say to be heard. So if you're getting triggered off rip, you're not gonna hear what I'm saying. So that's why I say off rip, don't take it personal. If you're gonna take it personal, go ahead and hop off. Like that's why I do the things I do here too. Because again, I want to help people, but I want people to help themselves as well. So if you can't take constructive criticism, or you can't handle my bluntness, excuse me, you're gonna have to go to another page where they're gonna coddle you and just talk good but not really show you how to do stuff. But yeah, it wasn't necessary towards you. But you said I need the tough love. It's how people learn. When you're selectively hard on them, it's a good way to teach. Yeah, exactly. You'd be mad if you saw my trade history. Nah, I wouldn't be mad. Nah, it ain't my trade history. I ain't gonna be mad. If you did that to my trade history, I might be mad. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's not mad. Like I said, like that's the first thing I also tell people. Like when I get a DM, don't DM me talking about you blew your account, because first thing I'm gonna do is tell you to send me a screenshot of your trade history, and then we're going to go to the bottom of it. Because a lot of times when people tell me, oh, let's say we took a loss, right? Which is very rare. Like we win more trades than we lose, but we don't win every trade. So let's say you lose a trade, right? This doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes I get a DM, man, that trade you called, man, I just blew half my account. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with me, buddy. I don't feel bad. Why? Because, I post this disclaimer every day, and I tell y'all to read this disclaimer every day. So if you can't read 11 sentences, I'm not going to feel bad for it, because it literally says risk 1 to 5% of your account per trade. So if you blew your account or blew half your account, you obviously didn't risk 1 to 5% of your account per trade. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, like you don't need to go big or go home. And I post that disclaimer every day for a reason. So I don't know about y'all, but if I get the same message every single day, eventually I'm gonna read the message. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. Nah, we all blown accounts, but it's only good if you try. Don't quit to find what you exactly. That's why I always say pull out the trade history, because a lot of times people just get upset, or they'll be like, they'll just tell me what happened. I'm like, okay, you told me the effect, but what was the cause to the effect? Right? There's one thing, because I'm not, people don't like coming to me to vent, because I'm not no AC. We're not going to vent. We're gonna figure out some solutions. So people learn real quick in my life not to come to me to complain, because you ain't gonna complain to me. We're gonna figure it out, or you're gonna go to someone else and talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with me. Like people all the time will be like, "Oh, I lost this trade," or I blew my account, or I lost half my account, or I'm close to losing a challenge. I'm like, okay, how did you get there? Then that's when the stuttering comes, or they don't want to answer the question. I'm like, okay, so don't come to me with this message, because if you don't even want to look in the mirror and see what the mistake was, then you're just going to continue to do what you're doing, which is repeating the same mistake. You get what I'm saying? It's okay to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, but the problem is if you continue to make the mistake and you don't try to fix the mistake or see what caused the mistake to figure out the solution or to avoid the mistake, right? That's also why people struggle so much in trading, is because they'll wake up every day and just do the same thing over and over again, make the same mistake over and over again. Or when they make a mistake or lose a trade, they get mad instead of try to figure out why did they go that way. You know what I'm saying? But all right, y'all. So there's a little delay, but I don't see any more comments. So I'm just going to count to 10. And if nothing else pops up, we're going to go ahead and hop off and end this. Y'all just joined the stream. Didn't answer anything. Price has just been ranging all live. Nothing to do about that. Going to see if things start to pick up this hour. But if not, we might just have to wait till New York. Again, there's not really any news today or tomorrow. We had a huge week last week. So I am anticipating some retracements, which is kind of what's been going down since Friday and this live so far. Members, you already know, in a couple hours, I'm going to send you that New York price watch list. But yeah, so the game plan is still the same. We're still going to be watching gold, NAS. We're still going to be looking for buys on GJ, GA, and GN. But as you can see, price is just stuck at these levels of traffic, so nothing to really do with those so far. If y'all want to contact me directly, hit me up on Instagram. You can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. You see it on the bottom of y'all screen. Nope, y'all don't. Let me put that on the bottom of y'all screen. Also, make sure you're following me on TikTok at playmakerway. Post daily on both pages, or you can DM me on Instagram. Or if you don't got an Instagram, because I know some of y'all don't got Instagram, you hit that first link, join the free signal room. You click right here. It's going to have my YouTube, because people ask me about my YouTube, and I'm like, so you just don't follow me or you're not in the free channel, which is cool, but I mean, my YouTube's everywhere. So just in case you don't have Instagram where that's linked, the YouTube's also linked in the Telegram here. Then my Instagram's here as well. Excuse me. Then my Telegram is right here. You click here, you can be able to message me on Telegram. Now, if you're interested in learning how to mark off these levels on your screen, or if you want to join the advanced play signal or learn from me, links are in the description. Sale is ending soon. Use coupon code at checkout. I don't have it here. I thought I put it there. It's not on. Hold on. I know I put it somewhere on here. Give me 1 second. Okay, here it is. Use coupon code I'm ready. No apostrophe, all caps. I'm ready at checkout for 15% off. You have to apply it before you purchase. All right, it's just like any other coupon code at any other place you buy or purchase online. It works the exact same way. Also, let me break, because again, don't take this personal, but a lot of people seem to be confused with this. It's a subscription service, right? Just like your Wi-Fi bill, just like your phone bill, just like Apple Music, just like Spotify, just like Netflix. When you purchase it, whatever day you purchase it, you're going to get a recurring payment and subscription that same day every single month until you go into your account and cancel it. They also send you emails before your thing expires, the day it expires, and 2 days after the fact. So you get multiple emails sent to you. So the email you use to sign up with, use an email that you use regularly. And also, y'all should be checking those emails daily. Not for me, but in general, y'all should be checking those emails daily. You know what I'm saying? So again, it is a subscription service. It's a subscription. All right, I just want to make that clear because it was chill, but the past couple months, there's been a lot of confusion with that. I don't know why. So I just want to make that very clear before people, purchase or interest. It's like any other signal room. I'm pretty sure most signal rooms are monthly subscriptions, but I just want to make that clear. All right. So again, coupon code I'm ready for 15% off. That's for everything. That's for the course. That's for the one-on-one sessions, advanced play signal room, everything. That's also for the monthly, yearly, and lifetime subscriptions. Now, what comes with advanced play signal room? Let me slide this over to the left really quick. How long I've been trading? I've been trading like 4 or 5 years, 4-ish years. Full time, about 2 years. Going on 2 years. I'm on my second year, I should say. Yeah. So that's how long I've been doing it. Consistently profitable, going on 2 years, full time, going on 2 years. About 4 years, going on 5 years I've been trading. First year on my own, second year I was starting to try to take it serious and learn from people. Didn't work out. Of course, went through an IML, didn't work out. Then I went through another mentor I found online, didn't work out. Then just learned on my own, figured everything out on my own, and now here I am. So yeah, so I did this the hard way. I literally figured it out on my own. But give me 1 second. But yeah, that's how long it took me. And that's why I started a playbook, because all I wanted when I was trying to learn was just somebody to teach me shit. You feel me? It was like, it's just crazy how hard it is to get real information. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started. The other reason why I started was because I was tired of people giving half information or just BSing. Because it's like when you're in the know, you can tell when people are just BSing or lying or holding out on stuff, right? So I kind of got tired of seeing that. So I just started a playbook. But all right, so these are old trades. I don't need anybody jumping in these trades. These are old trades. These are trades from like 2 weeks ago. These trades played out. I don't want nobody DM me talking about you showed this signal and I took it. So none of that. All right, this is the 10th. You go on your calendar, it's not the 10th. So nobody take these trades. But this is the advanced play signal. So this is the little preview what goes down. So we got the pin messages, we got that count size key, we got a couple other pin messages. Obviously not going to click that because you got to be in it to see it. But the account size key is to make sure that you're not entering any trades your account can't handle. So if you have $100 account, don't even think about entering US30, right? So this shows you basically what the account size range should be for indices, gold, currency pairs, all that good stuff. Then this will also send you a link to the group chat. The group chat has a pinned video teaching you how to calculate your lot size to make sure you risk the same amount each trade. The advanced play signal room itself, you get all the trades. The free channel, you only get 25 to 50% of the trades. Then you also get this posted daily during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. As it says here, is looking at trades we're currently in and possible setups going into New York. As we see here, it's literally doing that because we trade all sessions in advanced play signal room. Because like I always say, if the markets are open, there's opportunities. So like always, I don't just say shit, I prove it as well. So Tokyo session strictly members only. So any trades taken during Tokyo session is only going to be put in the advanced play signal room. London and New York is, of course, for everybody. So in these videos, I just don't break down saying we're looking for buys, we're looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, key price points to look for buys and sells at, and also key price levels to look for exits and entries at as well. And I go through multiple charts, not just the pairs we're in, but like I said, possible setups going into New York. Just in case you missed a trade or two, or if you simply just haven't met your daily goal or want to take some more trades, I go over setups that we trade throughout the week and basically help you look for what to look for, right? So if we're looking at gold, I'm like, hey, I'm looking for sells on gold. Price is bearish here, just did the retracement here, so I'll be looking for sells at these levels. I can see price going to here, and that's what I do with all the pairs. So if you're looking at gold, you go, okay, so you see price is bearish, so I'm gonna look for sells. He said these levels, so we look at these levels, boom, wham, bam, right? Then of course, you see TP's getting hit. Then we have exclusive lives as well. So last year, also have a year worth of chart analysis, a year worth of live streams as well. You see, we're in 2022, year worth of chart analysis, year worth of live, ton of stuff. It's resources in here to explore and take advantage of. The live streams last year were during Tokyo session. The live streams this year have been during New York session, mainly focused around the New York news events. All right. So the ones for this year are strictly the news events, but all the lives, just like the YouTube live, if you missed them, they're recorded and posted in the channel same day, so you can watch and view them later. Yeah, all that stuff. Now, like, because it's student member group chat. Then there's the people that saw that saw that. People that don't see that don't see that. Don't really care. We're kind of drawn out on that trade right now, anyways. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, price is just raining, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens going into New York. Let's pull up NAS really quick. Yeah, I think shooting up. So yeah, so we're gonna wait for price to hit this resistance level, and then we're gonna see if we can look for a sell on that. Again, not looking for buys anytime soon. He's gonna have to break a few levels for me to consider buys. Right now, I just consider this a retracement. I hit the wrong one. Gold star rating as well. All right. Yeah, NAS is retracing / retesting right now. All right, we're gonna be back at the same time tomorrow, y'all. London session 3 a.m. EST. But yeah, Amani, NAS is just retesting right now.